Ashok Soota, in fact, the co-founder at Mindtree and executive chairman and founder, Happiest Mind Technologies, joins us on the show right now. Mr. Soota, what can we hope to hear now from the Mindtree founders?
Well, you know, the interesting day has arrived. Clearly, Mr. Nayak has made his bid, and the founders have also clearly stated their intent of trying to be able to find a counter offer. And the second part of the act, I suppose, will still remain to be unveiled during the next few days. Here all I can say is to wish the founders the best if they manage to stave off Mr. Nayak. He has raised his stakes, which is what I read in the morning's papers. I thought it will be a traditional effort to get to 51%, but he's actually aiming for 66%. So that even if there's a slippage in his goal, he seems to have set his sights on being able to make sure he gets that 51%. At the same time, the founders have also made very strong statements, and I'm sure there has to be some backing and plan behind those statements. So it will be an interesting scenario as it unfolds in the next few days.
Mr. Soota, there are two things to it. One, at what level do you think what right now is looking like a war may actually end up becoming an ego fight?
Well, you know, I think it'll go within a certain boundary. After all, there's not unlimited cash that somebody can raise. I think 980 rupees already represents a significant appreciation over the price over the last few, let's say, weeks or months, which are already reflecting in the fact that this bid was about to be made. Now, so I think in the end, the commercial sense will prevail. I don't think the issue of ego is going to get into the picture. It's really going to be a function of whether, you know, the founders can raise a fair bit of money, also ensure that they're able to retain. You see, they need to also increase their shareholding by about 13% to come to the 26% and then make their own, in a sense, offer to the institutional shareholders. That part of it, I think, will play out very quickly in the days ahead.
Just to get closing comments from you, Mr. Soota, for a minority shareholders, what do you think is the proposition? Forget price for a minute. I mean, for a minority shareholder, if he decides not to tender the shares and just sticks to Mindtree, do you think once Mindtree gets merged with L&T Infotech, they will have a better proposition because the business of the company now moves into a different league?
See, firstly, you're also making an assumption here that Mindtree will get merged with L&T. There's also a statement again in today's papers that it could be kept independent, and that might not be a bad idea, at least for a finite period, maybe 1 year, 2 years, maybe even beyond if the arrangement works well. They've already got two companies. They could have three companies in the fold and still try and get synergy between all of them. So from the angle of the minority shareholder, I think at a certain point of view, when he sees the price is right, I see no harm in those minority shareholders accepting a bid, making an appropriate gain. Now, it could just be that that bid happens to be a bid which is floated by Mindtree founders themselves, if they're able to get the balance 13%. And then they'll have to work pretty quickly because Mr. Nayak is certainly not going to sit back having launched this acquisition attempt.
Mr. Soota, appreciate you taking the time and joining in, giving us your perspective as to how you're looking at this overall deal, which has certainly been making headlines. And ET Now exclusive there, that's the word coming in from Mindtree. As of now, no harm in minority shareholders okaying the bid. The promoters have a plan in place, and that is what they have given as per a statement.